Hi children, welcome back to your science class. In the last class we started new block 4 features of birds. Yes, we studied one feature. Yes, which feature we studied? Yes, we discussed about feathers. Yes, how many types of feathers? Yes, 3 types of feathers are there for birds. Yes, which are they? Yes, first one it is flight feather, body feather and down feather. Okay, so we discussed about feathers. In today's class, we are going to learn about beaks of birds. Beak. Okay, everybody look at the bird, children. Yes, which bird is this? Yes, this is vulture. This is vulture. Vulture. Okay, vulture. How is the beak of vulture? Yes, look at the bird, how it look like. Yes, it is very sharp, strong and hooked beak, right? It is very sharp beak. It has very sharp beak. This part is very sharp beak only. This vultures have sharp beak. Okay, so vultures and eagle also have sharp, strong and hooked beak. Okay, then what type of food these birds eat? Yes, we know these birds eat flesh of other animals. So these birds eat flesh of other animals. Okay, so how these birds beak look like, children? Yes, it look like sharp. It is sharp. Okay, sharp, strong and hooked beak. Hooked beak, that means it is very sharp, strong and hooked beak. Okay, so how is the beak of vulture? Yes, the beak of vulture is look like sharp, strong and hooked beak. How this type of beak help the bird? It help the bird to tear the flesh of animals. So we know vultures eat flesh of other animals, isn't it? The same way eagle also used to eat flesh of small chicks, you know. Okay, so this kind of beak, this sharp, strong and hooked beak help them to tear the flesh of other animals. Okay, then look at the bird, children. Yes, which bird is that? Yes, look carefully. Yes, it is sparrow. It is sparrow. Then everybody look at the beak of that bird. Look at the beak. How it is, children? Yes, it is small and pointed beak. It has small and pointed beak. How is the beak of sparrow? A small and pointed beak. Okay, like this beak only. This sparrows have small beak. Okay, small and pointed beak. Okay, so what food these sparrows eat, children? Yes, sparrows eat worms and grains. Okay, so what do they eat? Worms, small worms and grains. Grains we studied. You already studied in second standard. Grains, rice, wheat and all grains, isn't it, children? So these sparrows eat worms and grains. Okay, so how is their beak? Small and pointed beak. Okay, so how is it look like? Yes, it look like small and pointed beak. Okay, so sparrows has small and pointed beak. Okay, so sparrow eat worms and grains, so it has small and pointed beak. Look at the bird, children. Yes, which bird is that? Yes, the bird is duck. It is duck. Okay, which type of beak duck has? Yes, we know this kind of duck. This kind of beak only duck has, isn't it, children? How is this beak look like? Yes, it is flat and broad beak. Okay, then what food these ducks eat? Yes, they eat worms. They eat fish and worms in the water. Okay, so they eat fish and worms in water. Okay, so how it look like? How its beak look like? Yes, flat and broad beak. flat and broad beak. Okay, so we studied three types of birds beak now. So duck has flat and broad beak. This kind of beak help them to eat fish and worms in water. Okay, so now we studied three types of birds and its beak. Yes, how is the beak of vulture? Sharp, strong and hooked beak. Okay, so how this beak help the bird? Yes, this beak help the bird to tear the flesh of animals. Okay, the eagle and vulture have same type of beak. Okay, second one it is sparrow. Sparrow has small beak, small and pointed beak. This kind of beak help them to eat small worms and grains. Okay, then third we studied about the beak of duck. How is the beak of duck? Yes, flat and broad beak. You can see flat and broad beak it is. How this kind of beak help the bird? Yes, this kind of beak help the bird to eat fish and worms in water. Yes, next bird. See the next bird, children. Yes, it is parrot. Parrot. It is parrot. How is the beak of parrot? Yes, everybody know. How is the beak of parrot? Yes, it's like this beak only for parrot. Isn't it, children? So parrot has which type of beak? It has curved beak. Okay, curved beak. Like this curved beak only parrot has. Okay, parrot has sharp and curved beak. Sharp and curved beak. Curved means like this curved beak. Okay, so parrot has sharp and curved beak. What do these birds eat? Yes, they eat fruits, nuts. These parrots eat fruits, nuts, seeds, etc. Which type of beak parrot has? Sharp and curved beak. Sharp and curved beak. This kind of beak help the bird to crack nuts and seeds. Okay, then which type of beak? Sharp and curved beak. Okay, next we have to study about, yes, look at the picture. Yes, which bird is that? Yes, it is woodpecker. Which type of beak woodpecker has? Yes, woodpecker has this kind of beak. Yes, woodpecker has chisel shaped beak. How it is? Chisel shaped beak. So woodpecker has chisel shaped beak. This kind of beak helps the bird to pierce worms from the trees. We know woodpecker leaves, woodpecker making holes on the tree trunk, right? So how this kind of beak help the bird? Yes, this kind of beak help the bird to pierce the wood and eat small worms from the wood. Okay, so what they eat? Yes, this woodpecker eat worms from trees. Okay, so how this kind of beaks help the bird? This kind of beak help the birds to eat worms from trees. Okay, so we understood how is the beak of woodpecker. Woodpecker has chisel shaped beak. They eat small worms from the tree. So they pierce the wood and take the small worms and eat it. This is the way only woodpecker is eating food. Okay, next bird is, yes, it is hummingbird. Next it is hummingbird. Okay, hummingbird. Yes, it is small bird, you know, hummingbird. Which type of beak this hummingbird has? Yes, hummingbird has straw-like beak. Hummingbird has straw-like beak. Okay, how it is? Straw-like. You know, straw we are using to drink juice. Straw-like beak. Okay, so this kind of beak help the bird to suck nectar from the flowers. So what do they eat? These birds eat? Yes, they suck nectar from the flower. Okay, so suck nectar from flower. Okay, So which type of beak hummingbirds have? Hummingbirds have long and straw-like beak. Straw-like beak. This kind of beak help them to suck nectar from the flowers. Look at the board. Yes, which bird is that? Yes, it is crane. It is crane. Crane. Okay, which type of beak this crane has, children? Yes, we know crane has, yes, like this beak. How it is? Yes, it is long beak, long and sharp beak it has. Okay, so these cranes have long and sharp beak, long and sharp beak. Okay, cranes have long and sharp beak. This kind of beak help the bird to catch and eat, yes, fish from water. Okay, so they catch and eat small fish. They catch and eat, it helps them to catch and eat fish in water. Okay, so yes, a very long beak it has. Okay, how this beak help the bird? Yes, this kind of beak help the bird to catch fish in water. Okay, and long and sharp beak it has. Long and sharp beak. This kind of beak help the bird to catch and eat fish in water. Okay, so we studied about different types of beak. So first we studied vulture. Vulture has sharp, hooked, strong and hooked beak. This kind of beak help them to eat flesh of other animals. It help them to tear flesh of other animals. In second we studied the beak of sparrow. Sparrow beak is small and pointed beak. This kind of beak help them to eat worms and grains Okay, then third one it is duck. Which type of beak? Yes, flat and broad beak. This kind of beak help the bird to eat worms and fish in water. Okay. Then next we studied the beak of parrot. Parrot has sharp and curved beak. This kind of beak help them to eat fruits, nuts and seeds. Okay. Next it is woodpecker. Woodpecker has chisel shaped beak. Chisel shaped beak. This kind of beak help them to pierce the wood and eat worms from the trees. Small worms they used to eat. Okay. The next it is hummingbird. Hummingbird has long and straw-like beak. This kind of beak help the bird to suck nectar from the flower. Okay. Then last one it is crane. Crane has long and sharp beak. This kind of beak help the bird to catch and eat fish in water. Okay, so these are the some words and its beak we have to study. Okay, so everybody take your workbook now, page number 25. Beaks of birds. Beaks of birds. So what we have to do, children, in the workbook, first question is we can see different type of beak. We have to complete this table. How can we complete this table? Yes, first we can see type of beak here and name of bird also given here. What we have to complete? Yes, what these birds eat and how is the beak look like? That two column we have to complete. Okay, so first question is it is vulture. First bird it is vulture. Okay, then what these birds eat? Yes, we already studied. Vulture eat flesh of other animals. So everybody write there. Vultures eat flesh of other animals. And how the beak look like? Yes, its beak look like sharp, strong and hooked beak. So you have to write here sharp, strong, sharp and hooked beak here. Next column. Okay. So two column only you have to complete. First column you have to write flesh of other animals and second column sharp, strong and hooked beak. Okay. Then second question it is sparrow. The bird is sparrow. So what we have to write? The birds eat. What the birds eat? Yes, the birds eat small worms and worms and grains. Small worms. You can write the small worms and grains. Okay, so these sparrows eat small worms and grains. So first column we have to write small worms and grains. Then second column, the beak look like small and pointed beak. Small and pointed beak. Okay. Then third picture it is the beak of duck. Okay, what the birds eat? Yes, the birds eat fish and worms in water. Fish and worms in water. Okay, then how the beak look like? Yes, the beak look like flat and broad beak. Yes, it has flat and broad beak. Okay, flat and broad beak. Next one it is parrot. Next picture it is parrot. Yes, what these parrots eat? Yes, fruits, nuts and seeds. Fruits, nuts and seeds. Then which type of, how is it look like? Yes, the parrot has sharp and curved beak. Sharp and curved beak. Okay. The next picture it is woodpecker. So woodpecker, what the woodpecker eat? Yes, worms from trees. Worms from trees. Okay. Then which type of, how it look like? Yes, it is chisel shaped beak. Chisel shaped. Okay. Next picture it is hummingbird. Next picture it is hummingbird. Then what this hummingbird eat, children? Yes, hummingbirds eat nectar from flower. Hummingbirds eat nectar from flower. How it look like? It look like straw-like beak. It has straw-like beak. Okay, straw-like beak it is. So you can write the straw-like beak. Okay. Then one more is there. Which is that? Yes, it is crane. Crane. Last one it is crane. How is the shape of beak? Yes, what these cranes eat? Yes, cranes catch and eat fish in water. They eat fish in water. Catch and eat and all, no need to write. Just write fish in water. Okay. Then how it look like? How it look like? Yes, it is long and sharp beak. Long and sharp beak. Okay, this much only you have to write about the beak of birds. Okay, so I hope everybody understood how to complete this column. These two columns. Okay, next we have second question. Both the woodpecker and sparrow eat worms. Why is the shape of their beaks different? Yes, it is because of their feeding habits are different. Because, you can write the answer, because their feeding habits are different. Feeding habits are different. Their feeding habits are different. How is their feeding habits are different, children? We know woodpecker has chisel shaped beak. Woodpecker has chisel shaped beak. Chisel shaped beak. So how this kind of beak help the bird? This kind of beak help the bird to pierce the wood and eat the worm. Okay, so this kind of beak help the bird to pierce the wood and eat worms. Okay, so they eat small worms. Eat worm. Okay, so that is the answer you have to write for second question. Okay, so both woodpecker and sparrow eat worms. Why is the shape of their beaks different? Because of their feeding habits are different. It is because of that they have different types of beak, but they eat same thing. Sparrow also eat worms, woodpecker also eat worms. But how the woodpecker eat? woodpecker pierce the wood. You know how it is doing, like this it will do on the wood, and it pierce the wood and eat the small worms from the tree. But we know sparrow eat whatever the worms can be seen on their surroundings that they used to eat. Okay, so both eat worms, but their feeding habit is different. That is the difference. Okay. So woodpecker has chisel shaped beak. This kind of beak help the bird to pierce the wood and eat worm. Okay, so this is the way you have to do the workbook. Now let us discuss practice question. Everybody take your textbook, children. Yes. Second question. First one we already discussed. Second one, match the column. So you have to draw this kind of beak on your notebook and match it. So first one, what, children? Yes, it is the beak of a crane. Crane. So what the crane eat? Yes, crane eat fish. Cranes eat fish. Okay. Second one, it is parrot. Parrot eat nuts. Okay. Then third one, it is eagle or vulture. Eagle. Okay. Eagle eat what? Yes, it eat flesh of other animals. Okay. Next question. Third question is, why do different birds have different kinds of beaks? Yes, different birds have different kinds of beaks because different birds eat different type of food. Okay, so different birds eat different types of food, so they have different kinds of beaks. Okay, so this much enough for today's class. So we will meet in the next class. Okay, bye.